It's good as Rap Mythology, the reincarnation of Ramakrishna. Yoga Empath, bringing that brand new flavor in your ear. What's good, everybody? I hope everybody's doing well. You know what I'm saying? You're having a blessed day. I want to give you this lecture I got from Angelic Karma. You know what I'm saying? Angelic Karma is one of my favorite teachers. I was on her for probably like a good 2 years, I think. You know what I'm saying? She taught me all about the soul's growth and evolution. You know what I'm saying? So learned a lot from her. You know what I mean? And I respect her a great deal. So this lecture, this one particular lecture, I think it's like 17 minutes long, that I got from her. It was just a powerful lecture. This thing had changed my life, man. You know what I'm saying? Where it changed my life. I was going through this crazy shit with a psychic vampire at the time, and then when I heard this lecture, I kind of like figured out exactly what was going on. You know what I'm saying? She's talking about astral sex, relationships in the ethers. You know what I'm saying? And these things tie into narcissism, it's daydream and shit and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Energy vampirism. You know what I mean? And how you can invade somebody's energy. So she taught me a lot about ethics when it comes to invading somebody's energy and whatnot, and imagining somebody, like, you know what I'm saying, imagining somebody that rejected you, and you have it in your head that this is like a beautiful relationship or something like that. She kind of brought me way back down to reality, and you know what I'm saying, gave me a bigger perspective on these things. And then also I wanted to say, like, you can't find this information in the church. You can't find this information in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you're dealing with narcissism, you know what I'm saying, and the spiritual side of it, you're going to find yourself going outside of the norm when it comes to Christianity and the Bible. Alright, so check her out. She's a powerful psychic. You know what I'm saying? I got mad lessons from her. Check this lecture out. It's really good. You know what I'm saying? I hope you enjoy it. A few minutes long or whatever. 17 minutes long. You know what I'm saying? But I think this is really good information right here. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Angelic Karma. Thank you for the lessons that you taught me. And I hope y'all enjoy this video.
My take on things change. Your take on things should change when that take doesn't work. When your take on things and your approach to things, just like mine, does not work and bring happiness into your life, your take on it needs to be changed. You need to listen to a different take on it and consider that take on it. Take parts and pieces of it and apply it to your life. Now, we don't stay with a take on it that doesn't work here. So this is my take on it about relationships that are going on in the ethers. Now, and how they could be a detriment. And how spiritually I'll look at those as lessons, because a lot of people will put their life on hold for these types of relationships. They'll get high on these types of relationships. And that's how spiritual parasites are created. Energetic vampires are created. Because when you attach yourself to a person energetically, you're feeding off of their energy. And that's that high feeling you get. This person isn't acknowledging me. This person isn't talking to me. This person isn't validating my existence. But I'm just so in love with this person. I'm just so high off this person's energy. Oh, I know they're the one. We're not even talking to communicate. You're a parasite and you're feeding off of their energy. And when we were having a discussion yesterday, and the person made mention that who does that, who has that type of relationship in the ethers, you know, a lot of people do. And that's what an energetic parasite is. Someone that siphons from your energy. Someone that feeds from your energy and they get some type of emotional gratification from it without your agreement. That doesn't mean that we're not supposed to be, that being infatuated with people is wrong or anything like that, or having crushes is wrong. It means that when we take it to the extent of getting high off of the person's energy and continuing that process without the person acknowledging it or acknowledging you physically in the physical realm, that's an energy vampire. And it can deplete that person because you're receiving that highness, that good feeling from them, so you're taking something from their energy. There's not a balanced exchange because they're not giving back they're not validating you and giving back to you in the physical realm, and they're not giving you back to you in the etheric realm either. You're taking from them etherically. You're feeding from them. You're receiving in energy, that good feeling. Now, if you're in a relationship with someone, say your husband or your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your wife, and you two, you're at work, both of you, and you're thinking about them and you're getting that good feeling, you know, and all of that and those types of, that's different. Because you're having a practical exchange with them also. You're not siphoning from their energy. They've already welcomed you into their life in a balanced way, mind, body, and spirit. When someone hasn't welcomed you into their life in a balanced way, mind, body, and spirit, but you're siphoning and siphoning and receiving energetically from their energy, some type of fulfillment, that's you having broken into somebody else's energy field and receiving from it. So we need to be careful with that. We need to be careful with that. And with time, we know that that's the case, because with time, that person that is siphoning will want more than that energetic situation, that etheric connection. They'll want more of that person's energy. They'll want that physical acknowledgement in the practical realm from the person. But that person would not have even acknowledged them, period, etherically either. The person that is etherically connected, like a leech, is taking without the other person's agreement. So when this person that is taking, that fulfillment has worn out. You know, when you're getting high of something, after a while you become immune to it and you need more of it, or you knew it and needed it in a different way, just like drugs or something. It's like, okay, to get that feeling that you were getting initially, oh, I'm high, ooh, I want you, and ooh, you're the one, but the person hasn't even turned in your direction. You know, it's like after a while that highness is gonna leave, because you're not getting that balance reaction and giving and receiving etherically. You're not getting that. You're just taking. So you get immune to that, because there's not a exchange as it relates to the other person's awareness and wanting to give to you etherically. That's not happening. It's like these are dark energies that you're working with. And just like anyone else that invades your energy field and starts leeching off you energetically and using your energy as theirs and making up reasons mentally of why they should be able to do it, and giving you and saying that you have given them permission to do this in their own mind because of how they're feeling and not taking the person in consideration that they're leeching off of. After a while, that person that is leeching is going to want more. And they're going to become angry at that person that isn't being aware of them. Why don't they feel what I'm feeling? All of that. And when this person, and then they're feeding off their energies also, sending this energy out, expecting something from it when that person hasn't agreed to give you anything, and now getting fed off of the anger. Anger is fuel and can be fed upon also. This person that is having this relationship in the ethers is they're the only one in the relationship. They're the only one in the experience. They're the only one in the situation. And they're feeding off the good feeling of being high. And then when that's not enough and they're not being acknowledged, they start feeding off the anger and that connection. And they'll switch between the good feeling and the anger, the good feeling, and they're feeding. They're an energy vampire. They're invading someone else's space. They're invading someone else's energy field that hasn't given them permission to do so. And that could be a detriment to them, and it could deplete the other person, but the other person would not know why they're depleted. There hasn't been an etheric agreement between the two, and there hasn't been a physical agreement between the two to have this type of exchange. If you've had a physical conversation with someone, we're going to speak romantic-wise. We've had a physical conversation. We're interacting with one another to a certain extent, no matter what that extent is. We're both on the same page, having that attraction physically, but nothing has come of it. But you two are also having an etheric interaction. That's different, because the agreement was made, the acknowledgement was made physically through the conversation that we're both on the same page of liking each other. We're both on the same page of attraction. Like that, even though nothing grounded and stable has come of the relationship. Somebody smiling at you at the copy machine or knowing that you're interested isn't really an agreement. that gives you enough to siphon off their energy and get high from it, and gives you enough space to be angry at them when they don't acknowledge you. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? And we also know this is a lesson, because the one that is siphoning without permission, when they siphon without permission and they get tired of it, the experience isn't positive for them. It starts off positive and it ends not positive, and they will start to discard the person. They'll start to knock them off that pedestal that they placed them on when they were getting high. Or they'll start to put them on the pedestal, take them off. Put them on the pedestal, take them off. Feel high, be angry. Feel high, be angry. But they're still getting that energetic connection. They're receiving energetically from this person. I feel like I already spoke about this in something that I was talking about with narcissism. So be careful with that. Don't invade other people's energy field. And the way that you know that someone is invading yours is you'll feel depleted. You'll start to feel depleted. You'll start to feel tired. You'll start to feel that something is around your energy. You have an intruder. You have a red alert. That you're not feeling like yourself. Like that. That's because your energy is being tampered with and taken away from and siphoned from without your acknowledgement or agreement etherically. So a lot of people have relationships in the ethers. A lot of people have energy vampires connected to them. A lot of people have energy, I call them leeches, connected to them. That could be a detriment to their own spiritual health. So we need to think about that. It's just like with masturbation, you being attracted to someone and you masturbating on that person's energy, and that person hasn't even acknowledged you as someone that they would want to be interested in. That's invasion spiritually. That's invasion energetically. And people that are sensitive can feel that. The same as sex demons will come in, and whenever they get that entryway in, when you go into that type of darkness, etheric connections that are robbing energy. When humans open that door, when they're doing it, that's when sex demons can come in. That's when other lower energies can come in and feed off both people. The one that is innocent in the equation and the one that is high and all of that in the equation can have all these attachments to them also. So be careful of what you're inviting in. Everything in the spirit realm isn't for your highest good. The doors that you decide to open, there are other energies waiting to enter into without permission also. The attachments you make towards other people's energy without their permission, there are other entities and energies that are low vibration willing to make their own attachment to you and the other people that you're aligning yourself with. It's like when the door is open, it's open, and there's a feeding frenzy. That's why these romantic lessons are for us to welcome in those that are welcoming us in. Welcome in balanced relationships that have a foundation of open conversation, open communication, understanding. Energies are contagious. Just like when we're told, everybody knows that you need to be careful who you have sex with, because energies are contagious also. You can invite a lot of lower energies. You pick up the other person's karma. Karma is transported person to person through sex, because you've opened that door energetically. The energy that is created when you're having sex. That alignment And especially if you don't know who that person has dealt with, those karmas attaching themselves to you, feeding off of your energy, having a place, a space where they can live in the physical realm. It's the same thing with people that have relationships in the ethers. They are allowing energies in that attach to them also, that are lower nature, lower vibration, promoting them wanting and being addicted to a person that isn't even acknowledging them, addicted to that person sexually, mentally, and emotionally, and them confusing it and thinking it's a positive attachment, but it's not. And those entities that are attached to you, tricking your mind and wanting you to think it's a positive attachment so that they can continue to live and breed off of you here in the physical realm. That's how lower entities survive here in the physical realm, by tricking you so that they can attach themselves to you and motivate you to continue to do whatever you're doing that is of lower nature. And they feed off everybody in the red door, and they feed off everybody that is a part of that experience, knowingly or unknowingly. Etheric connections are very powerful. We have to have a balance of mind, the mind, body, which is related to the physical realm here on earth, and spirit, which is the soul. And when we're out of balance and having out of balance interactions, we're in lower energy. And when we're in lower energy, we can invite in lower entities. They don't ask to come in by invitation, just like you wouldn't be asking to siphon off somebody's energy that isn't paying attention to you. It's theft, it's energetic theft, it's leeches, it's energy attachments. People can attach themselves to other people. Their lower nature, their lower energy attaches and siphons and feeds off of other people. Even though they may not look at it like that. And then those other energies that are of that same vibration that are lower feeds and like that also. If the universe has something for you that is positive romantically, everybody in the equation would know that it's positive romantically. It won't be a secret. If it is something in secret and of lower nature, it's a lesson. And that lesson can revolve around you realizing that that's not the way to have romantic relationships. That's not positive, no matter what spin you put on it. Relationships take place between people that are positive in mind, body, and spirit. Remember, body related to the earthly realm. Unison. And that's positive. That's alignment. That's balance. That's giving and receiving. That's agreement between two people. If you're doing karmic work between you and a soulmate romantically, it will be because you had conversation, you've had interaction with this person. The relationship may not have come into union, but you've had interaction. You both are doing internal work. That's different. You've been communicating with the person. Not, ooh, I saw Jake at the copy machine at work a couple of times, and I smiled at him, he smiled at me, so he must be interested. And every night I go home smiling and masturbating and happy and all high off Jake's energy, and I'm attached to Jake and I'm feeding from his energy, and I know he's the one, and I know he knows I'm the one for him, and I just love Jake. That energy that you're putting out, you're feeding from the other person's energy. Everything is energy. That's what an energy vampire is. Intrusive, invasive, siphoning, depleting without